The Heart of South Africa. A brief look into the world's first heart transplant. Dr. Christian Barnard was born in 1922 in Beaufort West, South Africa. His family, having 5 children, was not very well off. Because of this, college was a little more difficult for him to manage, but he was able to secure many scholarships, making his journey a little more bearable. There was also a slight language barrier that made college life more difficult for him than most, as he grew up speaking Afrikaans. But he was able to learn the language and made his way through the university. He began studying medicine at the University of Cape Town, living with his brother throughout his time there, as it put him just minutes away from campus. He stayed at school for 6 years, learning different languages throughout his time, and eventually landed an internship at the famed Groote Schuur Hospital in South Africa. After his internships, which included a stint in a maternity ward, he made a big step towards discovering his passion. One of the biggest turning points in his career was when he delivered a baby with a congenital heart defect, which ended up causing the death of the baby. This was the moment that he decided to focus on cardiology. Dr. Barnard briefly relocated to the United States, moving to Minneapolis to study under Professor Wagenstein at the University of Minnesota. He began working with a heart-lung machine that was housed there and was able to bring this knowledge back with him to Groote Schuur Hospital in South Africa. In 1958, he began officially working at the Groote Schuur Hospital where he had previously interned and performed a cardiac bypass. While at the hospital, he worked on experimental trials and then ended up returning to the United States to learn more on immunology. Groote Schuur Hospital was founded in 1938 and has been used mostly as a teaching hospital, as it is partnered with the University of Cape Town, where Dr. Barnard attended. It is well known as being one of the best medical schools in Africa, attracting people from all over the world to come and assist and learn at the hospital. Louis Washkansky was born in Lithuania in 1913. He was very active in his early life, but his health began to decline as he grew. Following 3 heart attacks that were brought on by heart disease, he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure in 1966. Later that same year, he first met Dr. Barnard. He was put through a number of different tests and exams by Dr. Barnard, but by the end, he was told that there was nothing that could be done to help him. In early 1967, he met with a different cardiologist, and more tests with this doctor eventually led to his heart transplant in December of that same year. Denise Darval grew up in Cape Town, where she later worked as a bank clerk, as well as designing clothes. December 3rd, 1967 marked her death when she got into a car crash and suffered massive head injuries, and was eventually taken off life support. Not only was her heart donated, but her kidneys were harvested and donated as well. At the time, someone was only considered dead if their whole body was dead, including all of their organs. This posed a problem for the transplant team because they could not take a technically alive heart from an otherwise dead body. In order to harvest the heart and give the operation a chance, Dr. Barnard injected it with potassium to paralyze it and give it a false sense of death. On December 3rd, 1967, Dr. Christian Barnard made medical history. Following the death of Denise Darval, he transplanted her perfectly healthy heart into Louis Washkansky, doing away with his failing heart and giving him a new shot at life. While the surgery was seen as a success to Dr. Barnard and in the medical community around the world, the same could not be said in the eyes of Louis or his family. The first few days following the operation, it all appeared to be successful. He had good moments and bad moments, days full of laughter and joking, days filled with sleep and poor medical appearances. While it seemed that he was doing better, Louis died just weeks after the surgery due to complications from pneumonia. This can be attributed to his weakened immune system, which can be seen following any major surgery or illness. Dr. Christian Barnard soon became a household name, as well as a very highly sought-after surgeon. Fame, however, was not always perfect for him. Following the groundbreaking surgery, he saw the end of both of his first and second marriages, as well as facing the scorn of many people around the world who did not understand or appreciate his work. So many people around the world loved him, though, so it would have been easy to look past the negatives in life when he was jetting around the world, meeting different dignitaries, all the while receiving multiple promotions at work. Dr. Christian Barnard died on September 2nd, 2001, in Austria of, ironically enough, a heart attack. The legacy he left behind has helped so many people, with roughly 5,000 transplants being performed each year, changing the lives of thousands of people. The groundbreaking surgery he conducted was just the beginning of a long road of transplants, with so many different surgeries being attempted every day. When one thinks of South Africa, medicine is not really the first thing that comes to mind. Disease, possibly, as HIV and AIDS are so prevalent over there, but not medicine. There have been many technological advancements in the medical field, however, to come out of the country, including different stem cell technologies, the full-body X-ray scanner, the CAT scan, and, of course, the human heart transplant. The world has so many different things to thank Dr. Christian Barnard for. Without him and his vision, we would not have been nearly as far along in our medical findings and possibilities as early as we were. There are so many people throughout history that deserve to be placed on a pedestal, and Dr. Christian Barnard is definitely one of them.